add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough to those who have too little. And close quote. On the evidence of the numbers above, Madam Speaker, it is not in dispute that inclusive growth and job creation is now not only a necessity, but as Martin Luther King put it, and I quote, our fierce agents of now. Cheers, Honorable Deputy. Honorable Deputy Speaker, on operationalization of the Mpumalanga International Fresh Produce Market, as stated by the Honorable Premier in his opening address to this August House, farmers and SMMEs in our province have long waiting to have a market within their reach, operated free of administration state handcuffs, but sensitive and alive to the plight of small-scale farmers and SMMEs, empowered and backed by the provincial government to bring equitable participation by historical disadvantaged persons in the sector. The market is now built with an operator appointed to manage it, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Manage it, capacitate and operationalize it. The facility comprising in phase a total of 38,960 meters square to process tons of 7,814 of fresh produce at the time, with 1,500 pallet position and an additional of 3,000 meters square for agro-processing. Our focus now moves to facilitating an investment-friendly environment in support of the market. Agricultural hubs, rural villages, and communal property association for the benefit of the small commercial farmers and local SMMEs alongside the commercial farmers in our province. To this end, the department will utilize the fresh produce market as a catalyst to stimulate rapid inclusive growth of the agricultural sector and create more decent jobs for both at the farm and at the market level. Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Premier in his opening address of this August House announced the estimate of 156 jobs to be created at the market floor and the over 100,000 jobs at the farm level upon full operation. In order to make the market truly Mpumalanga, we will work with our sister departments provincially and nationally at the private sector to collaborate on financing the establishment of 1,600 sector SMMEs across all the 400 wards in the province over the MTDP. Each trading fresh vegetables, agro-processing, grain products, animal meat products, and dairy products. The establishment of this sector SMMEs will be guided by the principle of inclusive growth and the need to do away with the jewel in the sector. Therefore, Honorable Deputy Speaker, we will be soon introducing a Mpumalanga Government Nutrition Sourcing Bill to this August House, aimed at providing for, amongst others, the sourcing of agricultural food commodities by provincial organs of state through our market and agri-hubs, and to establish a blended finance scheme for the farmer support. The blended finance scheme and the government nutrition sourcing bill intervention will help us to achieve the three objectives of the Mpumalanga International Fresh Produce Market, which are to provide critical support in terms of production, agro-processing, logistics, and marketing, amongst others, to farmers that most needed it, particularly the small-scale farmers. To enable Mpumalanga farmers to trade their fresh produce, fruits, grains, and livestock products to local, national, and international markets, and to ensure financial sustainability of the market facility built to completion by the Provincial Revenue Fund. Deputy Speaker, this world-class facility is central to the revitalization of agriculture, agro-processing, and overall inclusive in the agri-business economy. On operationalization of agri-hubs, Mkhuhlu and Mkhonto Market, Honorable Deputy Speaker, our Mkhuhlu agri-hub is fully operational and serving as a base for the consolidation of, among others, agricultural food commodities required for the government nutrition program. The scope of the government nutrition program rollout expanded to include 32 hospitals to the existing 6 boarding schools with effect from 1st of April 2023, and has created numerous market opportunities for the 74 small-scale farmers who supplied the government nutrition program in the last financial year. We will complete the refurbishment of Mkhonto Agri-Hub this financial year and integrate it to the government nutrition program to consolidate local produce in Khersiband. On increasing product on land reforms, farms, greening Mpumalanga, Deputy Speaker, we are grateful to the work started by former Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Togo Titiza, who is now the Speaker of the National Assembly, in ensuring that the state-leased farms are processed within title deeds given to those performing farmers. Leasing these farms enables them to have ownership on land by previously disadvantaged persons. We will continue to work with our new Minister for Land Reform and Rural Development to facilitate the increased transfer of state land into the hands of those previously dispossessed. As a department, Honorable Deputy Speaker, we will continue to invest in and prioritize all land reforms farms already restituted and redistributed to our people, including the leased state farms for productive use of all arable land in our province to ensure food security and inclusive growth in the agribusiness economy. To this end, Madam Deputy Speaker, we will put into production 250 hectares of restituted land into our Chief Albert Lutuli's vegetable basket scheme for production of potatoes, onions, and tomato, amongst others, to supply the market. We are establishing 100 hectares irrigation orchard for citrus fruits at the Senteko Tea Estate Farms, restituted to the Shamila CPA at Babatin Umjindi for future supply of fruits to the market. On stimulating rural economy, agro-processing grains product in the grains corridor, Honorable Deputy Speaker, the Nkangala district is considered as our grain corridor due to its high potential for grain products such as yellow and white maize, sorghum, soybean, and sunflower, amongst others. Having completed the construction and handover of 2 grain agro-processing mills, the RACS milling at Siabe Village, Dr. J.S. Moroka Municipality, and Ipageme milling at St. Branskral, Tembisile Hani municipality, we have created an opportunity for not less than 31 farmers to agro-process their grain produce in over 4,000 hectares of communal state land in these two rural municipalities. These two grain agro-processing mills stand as a testament to our commitment to rural development, industrialization, and entrepreneurship. We will, Deputy Speaker, in this financial year, enhancing the security of grain product as a primary source of supply to the mills. By erecting a boundary fence spanning approximately 83 kilometers across Tembisile and Dr. J.S. Moroka, safeguarding grain crops from theft and livestock damage. We will provide the smallholder farmers in Dr. J.S. Moroka municipality a combined harvester to alleviate their harvesting cost. The support to these farmers in these rural and traditional communities has not only set them on a path to entrepreneurship and commercial scale product, but has directly contributed to creation of several decent jobs at the plant agro-processing level for the manufacturing of, amongst others, maize meal, from maize meal tabela, from sorghum and related products, including animal feed for livestock. On increasing animal product, Masibuyele Esibayeni, Honorable Speaker, the MESP. Animal production, especially livestock, is the leading farming activity in our province of the Rising Sun. According to the Statistics XA Community Survey of 2017, there were 1,508,000 cattle, 945,118 sheep, and 337,217 goats in Mpumalanga, making us the 5th highest of the 9 provinces. There were 194,238 pigs in Mpumalanga, making us the 3rd highest of the 9 provinces, and 1,938,282 chickens, making us the 4th highest of the 9 in the province. However, Deputy Speaker, the majority of livestock farmers in the province are low-scale producer farmers with 1 of the 10 livestock per farm. There is therefore a need to assist them to upscale in order to be commercialized. We will continue working to increase and develop these farmers using the Masibuyele Sibayeni program to improve the genetic pool of livestock for smallholder and low-scale communal farmers. To date, Honorable Deputy Speaker, we have supported over 280 farmers with over 6,000 livestock. We intend to support these farmers with value chain processing through abattoirs and packaging for trading locally, national and international through the Mpumalanga market. On animal health, Honorable Deputy Speaker, our province is a home to the world's renowned Kruger National Park, making it a market leader in tourism sector. However, there is a downside to this, in that the interaction between wild animals, in particular buffaloes amongst others, is a source of a deadly foot and mouth disease. We are delighted to report that we have since successfully managed to control and eradicate this latest outbreak of foot and mouth disease, Honorable Deputy Speaker, in Tsigas. Consequently, the export market of cloven hoofed animal and their products were reopened at SADC countries, the Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Angola. The SADC countries, Honorable Deputy Speaker, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Jordan, and countries as far as China and Saudi Arabia. From April 2023 to March 2024, over 2,232 livestock valued at more than 16 million were exported to SADC countries. The countries are indicated, while over 21.6 million kg of livestock feed, 9.7 million kg of meat, and 4.3 million kg of dairy product were exported to the same countries of SADC and United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Jordan, and other countries. The success of this export lies on the good control of animal disease in the province. Of the 12 outbreaks of avian influenza, 10 were eradicated. The remaining 2 are on course to be eradicated. Some countries, including China and Lesotho, have started to open imports of poultry and poultry products under specific conditions of certification. The department will continue playing a critical role in safeguarding the life of the citizen with regard to the safe food of human consumption through inspection of meat, milk, and other animal products to ensure safety of human consumption. Abattoirs are inspected on a regular basis to ensure safety and standard compliance. The province continues to experience shortage of veterinarians. This profession is declared as a scarce skill, resulting in the provision of training budget to deserving Mpumalanga students in the University of Pretoria. Furthermore, through our Department of Education-led program, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and bilateral agreement with the Russian Federation, we have received our first qualified graduate who recently passed the South African Veterinary Council Board examination. Allow me, Honorable Deputy Speaker, to recognize our first qualified veterinary, Dr. E. Matsane from Bushbuck-Ridge, who is my special guest here today. If he can rise where he is sitting for this recognition. Thank you very much, Dr. E. Matsane. We have put more graduates in an internship program, and they will soon be sitting for the board examination, and we wish them well. This intervention will go a long way to alleviate the shortage of the state veterinarians in the province. The use of compulsory community program for veterinary graduates will continue to be implemented in the CAP to curb the shortage. Another cohort of veterinary graduates has been deployed throughout the province to ensure veterinary services reach everyone in the province. This will ensure every animal in the province, including those on rural communities, receive veterinary care, and this will result, Honorable Deputy Speaker, in healthier livestock to improve economic contribution and a decrease in disease that are transmitted from animal to humans. Cheers. On youth, women, persons with disability in agriculture and agro-processing, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Whereas youth unemployment is unacceptable, high in the province, agriculture remains an aging sector. According to the recent Mpumalanga Zero report, the provincial unemployment rate on the strict definition was at 34.9% in the fourth quarter of 2023 and 36.2% in the first quarter of this year, 2024, and the fourth highest of the 9 provinces. This is very high youth unemployment rate, especially amongst young women, is a serious concern and a top priority for us as a department. We are working hard not only to revive and upscale the Fortune 40 youth program of the department, but we are also mainstreaming youth entrepreneurship across all our primary and secondary production efforts in the sector. We will this financial year complete the construction of chicken houses for Nkanyezi Poultry Farm at Jagastad, Chief Albert Little Municipality at Kharsibande, a young women-owned project. We'll also the construction of egg layer houses for egg seller by Lebu at Kwaggafontein, Thembisile Municipality in Kangala, also a young women-owned project. The refurbishment and upscaling of vegetable tunnel production with climate-smart agricultural box at Maras Madeliev the farm, City of Mbombela, in support of the project owned by a youth male farmer with a disability. In addition to the recently completed support to Rusk Milling, a youth male-owned grain agro-processing mill at Siabe, Dr. Jess Murok, we will be providing production support for grain, including a pack house to Bakhatla Grain Cooperative, another young people-owned grain cooperative. We will also support Finco Trading, a mushroom project based in Komas, with pack house equipped for compliance with South African Good Agricultural Practice, also referred to SAGAP. Through this intervention, Honorable Deputy Speaker, 41 projects were audited and certified for SAGAP compliance. Of the 41 farmers certified, 17 are females and 5 are youth-owned. And the remaining is us. In the current financial year, we will support an additional 11 projects, 8 of which are for women and 5 are for youth. Madam Speaker, I'm sure Honorable Mlombo will be happy to hear that in the Women's Smart, women will also benefit. But Honorable Deputy Speaker, as Honorable Premier announced the completion of the broiler houses in our Mpumalanga Agri Park, I am pleased to announce that 2 of those houses will benefit 5 youth and 5 persons living with disability. It means we're all old in this house. No one is applauding. We will also conduct an awareness through workshop, and we are targeting 250 farmers this year, which will include youth in agriculture. Food safety is very key for the agro-processing or food manufacturing industry, which include abattoirs and grain millers and grain millers. We have identified 40 agro-processing that will be provided with hazard analysis and critical control training in the current financial year. Of these agro-processors, Honorable Deputy Speaker, 21 are females and 16 are youth. Through the Junior Land Care Program, we are dedicated to educating and training 1,140 learners in order to instill in them the knowledge and skills necessary to protect and conserve natural agricultural resources and be our proactive steward of land. Through the land care program, we will create 235 green job opportunities with 55% dedicated to empower women and 40% providing valuable opportunities for the youth. On Mpumalanga Agro Park, Honorable Deputy Speaker, in addition to the already completed poultry and piggery facilities, our Secunda-based Mpumalanga Agri Hub, we will in this financial year complete the construction and production of vegetable tunnels and shade nets at the Agri Park. We will furthermore develop the aquaponics facilities for the combined production of fish and vegetables. On Mkondo One Stop, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Mkondo One Stop Center, we are delighted to announce that the second phase of Mkondo Farmer One Stop Center has reached its practical completion stage, and we will be concluding works in September of this year and commissioning the facility for use. This center will serve as a vital hub for our farmers, offering essential support functions and agricultural office services. On training, skills, capacity, and research and development, Honorable Deputy Speaker, farming is a high-risk business requiring constant innovation and knowledge upgrade to minimize an associated risk. The department will continue to work closely with our research partners, the Agricultural Research Council, to conduct adaptive research and demonstrate trials in crops, animals, field, and pasture for the benefit of our farmers. From the adaptive research and demonstration trials, farmers are able to identify technology sustainable for their environment. We will continue to strengthen and collaborate with key institutions including Agricultural Research Council, the ARC, University of Mpumalanga, UMP, and Free State University. To support the productivity of the agricultural sector in the province, our soil laboratory provides farmers, especially smallholders farmers, with soil analysis as well as fertilizer recommendations for optimum product. We continue to provide agricultural training, mentorship, and skills development as part of our comprehensive agricultural support offered to farmers in the province. We offer both accredited and non-accredited agricultural skills programs to farmers with a special focus of young people. Deputy Speaker, we also provide mentors to our smallholders farmers through the mentorship program aimed at assisting them to commercialize their farming enterprises. We are committed to work collaboratively with partners to conduct further research that will help province identify opportunities for diversification into the untapped green economy. Deputy Speaker, as a province that is leading in SA gap across the country, we will continue placing emphasis on stringent food safety and quality standards to ensure that products are produced on manufacturing by our farmers and SMMEs are safe for consumption, are traceable, and they meet food safety and market standards. In the previous financial year, We took SA Gap to another level by partnering with Perishable Products Export Control Board, the WPECP, and provided workshops to about 293 farmers to bring about awareness on SA Gap. Another serious risk that we have identified is the ever-increasing impact of uncontrolled wildfires that are causing untold damage and hardship to our farmers, especially the small-scale farmers who cannot afford the cost of insurance. We are finalizing our partnership with the Nkangala district for the joint utilization of the Marapian Farmer Training Center for farmer training and district fire academy, which will benefit the training of our farmers on fire hazard and control, among others. We will be conducting training on fire controls for most of our fire-affected farmers, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and in Khertsibande and other districts as well, which is Ehlanzeni and Nkangala. We shall seek to leverage opportunities for upskilling and reskilling for entry into emerging and renewable and its association value chain sector. On climate change, Honorable Speaker, climate change intervention and opportunities, appreciating the negative impact of climate change across all our economic and social sector, it is important that specific programs are explored and implemented across the province to mitigate, adapt, and take advantage of a new economic opportunity and innovation as the country transits to low-carbon economy in line with the National Development Plan of 2030. We will, in this 2024 financial year, explore project opportunities for climate mitigation and adaptation to contribute into the national determined contribution on the following most affected sector streams. The circular economy. Our province faces serious waste management challenges. These include, amongst others, Honorable Deputy Speaker, the poor landfill practices, random household waste collection, and unacceptable level of illegal dumping in many parts of the province. It is crucial that as a province we align our policy and strategy with the circular economy concept as defined in the National Waste Management Strategy 2020. We must provide the waste hierarchy and circular economy principles in all municipalities to respond positively to the Sustainable Development Goals Agenda of 2030. We will ensure that more effort and intervention are implemented within the 2024-25 financial year to create additional 252 sustainable decent jobs in this sector. We will support the establishment of 8 enterprises recycling on waste, plastic packaging, and other waste streams through stakeholder partnership across the province. And we will support the establishment of the waste pyrolysis plant at Nkangala Industrial Site in partnership with the external stakeholders for job creation and environmental sustainability. Agriculture Climate Smart Project, Honorable Deputy Speaker, our province experienced water shortage and climate change effects of all of us. As a result, we have introduced over the last 2 financial years a climate smart agricultural innovative innovation that increase production of crops in all types of environment while conserving water. This multi-award-winning innovation has been deployed with overwhelming success at household, subsistence, and small-scale commercial grower level. We are finalizing the support to our traditional authority with Amakosi tunnels roll out using the climate-smart agricultural boxes in 2 tunnels per traditional authority. Through the Presidential Employment Stimulus, the PES initiative, an additional 2,170 households in rural municipality will be supported in the current financial year. Madam Deputy Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, my apology, Deputy Speaker.
You are protected, you may proceed.
We will be signing into law of the climate change bill, which provides a solid legislative framework to climate change mitigation and adaptation. Mpumalanga accounts for not less than 80% of the country's electricity, with 8 of 11 coal-powered power stations in this province. Coal power stations are the main source for greenhouse emissions, contributing to the global challenges on climate change. Honorable Deputy Speaker, as part of our intervention in just transition, we will continue to implement the Just Transition Phase 1 plan and develop Phases 2 and 3 Just Transition Plan as our policy document of the mainstreaming by all sectors to transition to low-carbon economy. We will, in working together with the DARD and OTP, coordinate the Just Transition Steering Committee in partnership with SASOL, ESCOM, district municipalities, the Green Cluster Agency, and all funders of just energy transition in coal regions. We will coordinate and facilitate stakeholder dialogues from businesses, society, labor, government, academia, civil society, NGOs, and communities to ensure that transition response strategies are developed and implemented in a just and fair manner that leaves no one behind. On air quality, Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are further enjoined by the Constitution to respect, promote, protect, and fulfill everyone's fundamental right to an environment that is not harmful to their health and well-being as exposed in Section 24, Roman figure A and B. In this regard, we will actively implement measures to prevent environment degradation, to minimize any effect on the health and well-being of our citizens. These measures will include effective monitoring on air pollution across all industries and mines, with the potential to pollute our air environment. To date, Honorable Deputy Speaker, we have installed 6 ambient air monitoring stations, which are performing at optimal capacity to monitor air pollutants in the environment. And during the 2023 and the 2023, the province recorded a steady decrease of air pollutants, which were within required standards. In this financial year, we are going to continue to maintain and monitor and monitoring of the air quality monitoring station, increasing numbers of the stations throughout the province provide support to district and local municipalities on issues of air qualities, coordinate and facilitate stakeholder forum on air qualities. Cheers. On reducing poverty and high cost of living, the last objective, Honorable Speaker, the food security imperatives. A recent food and nutrition security survey for Mpumalanga has found that only 29% households in the province are food secure, with the bulk of households at 71% being food insecure. Nkangala district at 26%. Is the most food insecure district in the province, followed by Gert and Ehlanzeni at 20% each.
Sorry, MEC. Take your time and relax a bit. We are behind you. Just take your time.
On presidential employment stimulus, Honorable Deputy Speaker, working together with our National Department of Agriculture, we have been selected to implement the presidential employment stimulus intervention on food security and job creation in the province. A total of 15,000 beneficiaries have been identified across all the district for support with household climate smart gardens, including production inputs and animal feeds for subsistence. This program will be supported with co-funding from the department and go a long way to reducing the unaccepted high level of household food insecurity. The Pesgom Konomlimi, which we said now is Pesgom Konomlali. It's Mlimi Mlali. We are all putting our hands Pesgom Kon. Crop production. Madam Deputy Speaker, the recent Statistic SA Census Report 2022 estimates that only about 18% of Mpumalanga's households are involved in agricultural activity, most for household food consumption. The Pesgom Konomlimi intervention has been one of the province's most effective agricultural support program in the fight against food insecurity, hunger, and poverty. Chinese philosophy, Alonzu, Honorable Deputy Speaker, once said, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." Close quote. Over the century, many have hailed this proverb, and we see its message mirrored in the Pesgom Konomlimi, Pesgom Konomhlali, in an attempt to ensure a long-lasting impact on communities. Sekela somlomo nangaphandle kokuphisana ngempasela zokudla namkha imfesi qobelanga emakhaya nasekwakheni kwabantu ababodlana. Ihlelweli lifundisa wonke umuntu ukuthi angazilimela bunjani ngezandla zakhe ngehlelweli. Sibonelela amakhaya nabantu ababodlana abalimi abancane nabasafufukisako ngenhlabagelo zokulima ezifaka phakathi imbewu, umanyoro, intragere nokhunye okuningi. Bese banikele ilwazi nenyeleliso ukubasiza kobana bakwazi ukuzilimela ngokwabo. Ngokwenza bunjalo, sekela somlomo sibafundisa ukuthiya imvesi ukwenzela bona bakhone ukuhlala banokudla ngemakhaya. In our efforts to reverse the high rate of food insecurity and low household Deputy Speaker percentage involved in agricultural activity, we are upgrading the program into the PESCOM Mhlala to focus not only on vulnerable and food insecure households, but to have all households in Mpumalanga involved in producing their own vegetables, fruits, and grains. When all households are involved in agricultural activity, we will reduce household hunger, poverty, and food insecurity, and directly impact on the high cost of living by driving down food prices and inflation. It is not a radical call to invite all households to be involved in agriculture, but ensure that we leave no one behind, Honorable Deputy Speaker. We will support 12,300 households with agricultural food production initiative and a planned minimum of 12,000 hectares. On adverse effects on climate change disproportionately affect the poor, Honorable Speaker, the Department will use innovative ways to help vulnerable households to produce food and support expansion of organic growing medium compost product that integrates climate change responses through recycling of organic waste. This business model emphasizes collaboration with the community, fostering partnership and educating the public about the benefits of composting. Due to the high demand for the product, a new production center will be established at Victor Kai. Honorable Speaker, I hereby present this vote 6, budget, to this August House to approve the 2024-2025 financial year budget, which is allocated in 9 programs as follows. On administration, 191,065,000 rand. 2. On sustainable resource management, 69,835,000 rand. On agriculture production support and development, 652,032,000 rand. On veterinary services, 158,831,000 rand. 5. On research and technology development services, 68,752,000 rand. 6. On agricultural economic services, 156,339,000. 156,339,000. 7. On unstructured agriculture education and training, 30,407,000 rand. 8. On rural development coordination, 32,153,000 rand. 9. On environmental affairs, 154,524,000 rand. The total allocation, Honorable Deputy Speaker, is 1,500 13,368,000. This budget will enable us to deliver on the plans of the Department of Agriculture, Rural Development and Land Environmental Affairs as outlined above. As I conclude, Honorable Deputy Speaker, let me thank the Honorable Premier in absentia and members of the Executive Council for their guidance and support. My appreciation goes to the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs under the leadership of Honorable Michael Colin Sidibe.
Under the capable leadership.
The capable. Yeah.
The team in the department is led by the evergreen head of department, Mr. Kane Fanachunda, and the entire team. Thank you very much for your support. And the external stakeholder organized agriculture and farmers, let us continue to work together and support our farmers. My appreciations also goes to the provincial secretary and the regional secretaries of the African National Congress for their guidance and support. Lastly, let me thank my family, who are always a reliable force when we continue to service our people. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable MOC, for a well-articulated budget policy budget speech. I now call upon the Secretary to read the second order of the day.
Order number 2, consideration and debate of a report of the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs on Vote 5, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs.
Thank you. I now call upon the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs, Honorable MC Sidibe, to table this report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move that the House consider and adopt the reports of the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs on Budget Vote 5, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. I'm pleased to announce that the committee met and deliberated on the issues contained in the report. Honorable Speaker, I so move.
Thank you. I'm informed that there's a debate on this, a budget speech. I have a speaker's list in front of me. Therefore, I'll call upon Honorable MC Sidibe from EFF with 6 minutes allocated.
Capable leadership of the department.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Greetings to you and honorable members and our guests. Well, Honorable MEC, let's first agree that we will run this department together. I don't mind to be a deputy MEC which is not paid. We will just bring the brains because we have confirmed that I'm capable. So agriculture is a central pillar of Mpumalanga provincial economy. Our province is known for its rich produce, including maize, citrus fruit, sugarcane, vegetables, which not only contribute significantly to our GDP, but also create numerous employment opportunities across various sectors, from farming to processing and distribution. The agricultural sector provides for both seasonal and permanent jobs, supporting food security and rural development. Our people therefore need agriculture to survive. To continue with budget cuts in this critical area of our spending defeats the purpose, goals and objectives we have as the province, and effect the kind of intervention we should be making in this important sector. Honourable Speaker, it is time as a legislature in the province that we undertake serious review of the agricultural sector and what it means for our economy. And this we should do together with both established and emerging farmers, and we should also include farm workers. We need to understand a series of engagement, including public consultation meetings, hearings, and calls for submission on a way forward, and legislature must lead this engagement so that we can properly align what we're spending with what our people are expecting on the ground. As the chair of this committee, I will lead this initiative with the support of the legislature leadership that is here. We need to ensure that the budget allocated to the department supports long-term growth and development in the agricultural sector. Honourable Speaker, Honourable MEC, black farmers in South Africa still constitute between 5 and 10% of the overall commercial productive in terms of farming as an enterprise and agribusiness. In the past, the government put in place comprehensive support measures to white farmers, but this is lacking in the government of the day to black farmers. What is the level of agricultural output from black farmers in Mpumalanga? This is one question that we must attend to, Honourable MEC, and answer. South Africa agriculture has two-sided nature, which includes a well-developed commercial commercial sector, comprised of 46,000 commercial farmers and 86% of productive agricultural land on the one hand, and on the other hand, a small-scale black farming communities occupying only 14% of unproductive farmland, Honourable Speaker, which is not balanced and need to be balanced as a matter of urgency, because it's long overdue that we have been talking transformation, and we're 30 years into democracy, but still this sector is not transformed. We welcome the initiatives such as Pezwem Kono Mhlali, Masbieri Masimini, as Masbieri's buy-in programs aimed at encouraging our people to practice farming and to eliminate or alleviate poverty. But we are concerned, Speaker, that most of these programs are failing despite the support given by the government. We need to intervene and address concerned politically motivated interventions and sometimes support to people who are not passionate about agriculture, while there are emerging farmers working hard without any support, which we must intervene and listen to them. We are also concerned about the non-operational Fortune 40 graduates who are, after the training, do not receive the necessary support from the department. The Fortune 40 was one program that created a lot of job opportunities for our youth in the province. But I think it's dead, and it needs to be attended to and be revived, because it's a major contributor in job creation in our province. Speaker, Mpumalanga needs successful commercial farmers and not farmers who remain emerging forever. We are concerned about the failures of rural development, while many of our people remain in the rural communities. Farms that were commercially productive and employed seasonal workers are now lying fallow, while some exploit our people and cannot pay them minimum wages. This has contributed to the number of people moving from rural areas to towns in search for economic opportunities or green pastures, only to end up building temporary informal shelters on municipal land reserved for other issues. Speaker, if there is any political will to achieve rural development, the government must identify and expropriate land without compensation for agricultural purposes and settlement. We need agricultural, technical and vocational education and training to ensure food stability in the province, and introduce short courses like poultry farming, pig farming, goat farming and vegetable farming that will include basic business management. We need a specialized unit to address the problem of stock theft in the rural and farming areas to ensure rural development. We need responsive measures to deal with harsh and changing climates that we are faced with today. We still need the department to address these issues
Your time is
while
up, Honourable.
ensuring the budget allocated support long-term growth and development of the
Thank you.
economy.
Thank you
Why
very
don't
much.
you say wind up? I thought you are going
Thank
to
you.
say 1 minute left.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We wish to give everyone time. Thank you very much. We now proceed. We are calling upon Honorable S.T. Squakwa from the ANC. 8 minutes allocated. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Premier in his absentia, Leader of Government Business, Honorable S.K. Mashilo, Executive members, members of the Legislature, distinguished guests, comrades and compatriots, ke a le dumedisha ka moka. Kgoši Mokoena, ke re mošate. I am humbled to stand before this August House in this month of August when we're celebrating the gallant and the brave struggle of women of this country and the province against the apartheid regime. Key amongst those women who honor today is Nogutula Simelane, Poshia Shabangu, and the tireless heroines who fought and perished in the Lowveld massacre and the potato uprising here in our own province. The ANC's history is rich with a legacy of fighting for the rights of marginalized and disenfranchised. Since its inception, the ANC has championed policies that promote social justice, economic inclusion, and sustainable development. As we recall the words of the great leader, the father of the nation, Comrade President Nelson Mandela, and I quote, "Freedom is meaningless if people cannot put food in their stomach," close quote. This profound truth continues to guide our actions today. The ANC's commitment to these principles is enshrined in the NDP Vision 2030, which seeks to eliminate poverty and reduce inequality by 2030. Our policies aim to ensure that agriculture remains a key driver of economic growth and job creation, particularly in our rural areas. Honorable MEC has presented a budget vote that resonates deeply with the ANC Manifesto Priority 3, which prioritizes tackling the high cost of living, strengthening comprehensive social security, and reducing the cost of living for all the South Africans. It is with this context that we approach today's budget debate within the context of ensuring food security, guaranteeing long sustainable livelihoods of the people and the fighting of poverty. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we are pleased that the department has demonstrated a clear alignment with the ANC strategic goals through its annual performance plan for the 2024-2025 financial year. Key amongst these initiatives, the department are as follows. The focus on intensifying the support of smallholder farmers and improving the market access is essential for boosting production and ensuring food security. We applaud the efforts to support 102 projects with livestock through the Masibuyele Esibayeni program and the establishment of 12,720 food gardens. The department's plans to support 40 agro-processing initiatives and develop 27 agro-processing facilities will significantly contribute to the value addition and the market expansion. We recognize the importance of initiatives like Mpumalanga Dairy Processing Plant, which will enhance local dairy production and processing capabilities. The department's commitment to address the challenges posed by climate change and environmental degradation, investment in research and technology to help farmers adapt to the changing conditions of the collaboration with the Agricultural Research Council are pivotal steps towards addressing these challenges. The department's efforts to support 12,600 vulnerable households with agricultural food production initiatives are crucial for addressing poverty and food insecurity. The upgraded Phezukomkhono Mhlali program emphasizes the importance of household-level food production and community engagement in the combating of hunger. Inclusive economic growth necessitates the empowerment of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The Comprehensive Agricultural Support Program and other initiatives targeting these groups are vital for ensuring equitable access to agricultural resources and opportunities. We celebrate these successes of the young entrepreneurs like Kagiso Mhlala and Sibusiso Mogale, whose achievements reflect the potential of our youth in driving agricultural innovation and growth. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the ANC fully supports the budget tabled by the Honorable MEC. Despite the challenges posed by the budget cuts, and the department has demonstrated resilience and adaptability. The budget allocation of 1,530,968,000 for the 2024-2025 financial year, while reflecting a 2.9% cut from the previous financial year, still prioritizes critical areas such as sustainable food production, farmer support, and environmental conservation. This budget is a clear reflection of our commitment to sustainable development, social equality, and economic inclusion. It is a budget that aligns our historical mission and our future aspirations for a prosperous Mpumalanga. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, I urge this House to support the budget tabled by Honorable MEC. Let us work tirelessly to ensure that every farmer, every household, and every community in our province can thrive and prosper. At the end, we heed to Tata Madiba's words when he said, open quote, "Action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action is merely daydreaming, but vision with action can change the world." I thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. We now call upon Honorable P.E. Shongwe from MK Party. 8 minutes allocated.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable MEC, Honorable members of the legislature, ngingakhohlwa ukubingelela abaholi bethu bendabuko esikhuluma ngawo kumhlaba wabo. Honorable Speaker, we know that farming remains an important lifeline of job creation and food security in Mpumalanga. Actually, farming feeds the nation. This is why, Honorable Speaker, the portfolio of agriculture, rural development, land and environmental affairs is very important and needs to be safeguarded. Having said that, Honorable Speaker, there are significant challenges that have to do with environmental issues, severe environmental degradation, including water and air pollution, soil degradation and negative impacts on agriculture come as a result of such issues. So, Honorable MEC, are you ready to ensure that the department you lead will withstand the challenges mentioned, which are not limited to what I have mentioned above? Honorable Speaker, it is worth mentioning that Mpumalanga has a significant rural economy. Mpumalanga is one province in the country that has a most productive region with a climate and topography that is ideal for forestry, agriculture, and fishing, just to mention a few. Forestry is a key economic feature in Mpumalanga. And almost 40% of forest in South Africa is found in our province, and that makes Mpumalanga a key driver of rural development and job creation. Honorable Speaker, land reform in Mpumalanga is significant and a complex process primarily aimed at addressing the historical injustice and promotion of equitable and distribution and land distribution. The process goes as follows. 1, land restitution, which is a process that involves the returning of land to individuals or communities that were dispossessed during the time of apartheid. 2, land redistribution, which is the process that is market-led. It deals with the willing buyer, willing seller basis. As Umkhonto weSizwe Party, we are totally against this willing buyer, willing seller concept. We actually believe on land expropriation without compensation. The land expropriation without compensation is the only situation that will promote economic development and reduce poverty to the previously disadvantaged individuals or communities. Honorable Speaker, allow me to say one little thing, that if it is illegal to buy stolen goods, then it will be unjust and illegal to compensate for the stolen land. Honorable Speaker, some of the challenges experienced among other things are the following: productivity and sustainability of land distribution. Number 2, provision of adequate support and resources to new landowners. Number 3, addressing of conflict that rises from land crisis. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, Umkhonto weSizwe Party believe that this budget vote will yield tangible results that will enhance the effectiveness of its land reforms and promote sustainable and productive land use. Now that we are in the 4th Industrial Revolution, the 4IR, Honorable Speaker, Mpumalanga, our province, our beautiful province, will enhance their technological capabilities, and that will lead to more efficient and sustainable agricultural practices. Lastly, I would like to thank the efforts that were put together by our MEC and our capable chairperson in putting together the budget speech. Thank you, Honorable.
Order, honorable members.
Yes, we wrote the budget speech.
We now proceed.
Thank you. Yes.
We are now proceeding. I'm calling upon Honorable T.S. Mavimbela from the ANC. 8 minutes allocated.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Premier, Honorable MECs, HODs, all protocol observed. It is an honor for me to represent the ANC in this budget vote for the Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. Agriculture is a pillar of employment and growth. Agriculture is not just farming, it's economics, manufacturing, infrastructure, energy, research, science, tourism, water, and many other things. During our Likhutla, it was emphasized that agriculture is a primary industry that plays a crucial role in the provision of food, creation of employment, the enhancement of rural economies, and the generation of foreign earnings. The APP of the department is expected to talk to the following: how the department will deal with the budget cuts of 2.9% and the filling of vacant positions, how it will make farming easy for small-scale and previously marginalized farmers, ensure that land is made available for farming and grazing for farm dwellers, how funding will be equitable access to applicants entering the farming industry, and outline financial control measures to prevent mismanagement of funds, how departmental programs like Phezumkhono, Mhlali, and Masibuyele Emasimini are progressing and highlight challenges, outline how the food gardens program for the identified centers, how they have dealt with the land disputes and illegal evictions, provide a detailed report on why the production of cannabis has not been fully operationalized. Honorable Deputy Speaker, we have noted that the budget of 1.5 billion intends to address the following findings that were raised by the committee. Address the House of the mitigation factors that will be implemented to counter the effects of budget cuts. The rollout of the Zondinsila program must cover all municipalities in the province. The department must account on the failed Mkondo Agri-Hub project, how and when the money spent will be recovered. The budget will have to cover and detail the spending will be especially on the facilitation of Pesgom Mkono Mhlali program. The centers to benefit on the food gardens program should be clearly identified, criteria to be used and how the funds will be allocated. The department has committed to providing the name of the operator of the fresh produce market and to detail how small-scale farmers will benefit. A detailed report must be submitted on the reported litigation faced by the department, how much has been spent and whether all avenues have been exhausted. The ruling party has mandated me to vote for the adoption of the tabled budget of 1.5 billion as tabled by the department. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, now we are calling upon Honourable T. Marshall from DA, 5 minutes allocated.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Today, I stand before you on behalf of the Democratic Alliance to address the concerns and the observations in respect of the 2024-2025 budget allocation for the Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. Firstly, it is crucial to note the overall reduction in the department's budget from 1.6 billion in the previous fiscal year to 1.51 billion. This significant decrease of over 155 million raises substantial concerns about our capacity as a department to meet the essential needs of our agricultural sector and rural communities. The question that emerges is, how will the department ensure continued support and development for our agricultural producers under these tightened fiscal constraints? While we welcome the department's intention to address previous shortcomings, especially in the veterinary services, which suffered due to understaffing, we must scrutinize the reallocation of funds within this reduced budget. An increase in one area, while a step in the right direction, cannot be masked the overall decrease, which might hinder our ability to reach broader departmental targets. Furthermore, we find it alarming that the budget for environmental affairs has been cut from 252 million to just over 154 million. Given the pressing environmental issues we face today, such as acid mine drainage, air pollution, and the direct discharge of sewage into our rivers, this reduction seems ill-advised and counterproductive. These challenges not only pose a threat to our environment, but also to public health and the sustainable development of our communities. On a positive note, the department has outlined plans for new projects in the coming financial year with budget reprioritization intended to support the implementation of these initiatives. Specifically, funds have been allocated within the department, including a notable 14.83 million from compensation of employees for the ERP program and an additional 69.75 million within goods and services and payments for capital assets. These adjustments are meant to strengthen the programs that will drive these new projects. However, it's imperative to question whether these reallocations are sufficient and strategically placed to truly benefit the rural and agricultural communities we aim to support. The reprioritization of funds, while necessary, must not detract from our core mission to alleviate poverty and promote sustainable development in Mpumalanga. Further to that, and a recent plea to the Honourable MEC Hlophe to have Mpumalanga declared a disaster area, and thereafter addressing the Honourable Premier Ndlovu on this. Can the MEC tell us if she is retracting her correspondence with a statement that the Honourable Premier will proceed to declare the province a disaster area? I'm almost certain all emerging and commercial farmers, landowners, and victims of the recent veld fires are awaiting in anticipation to hear how the department will proceed with the disaster. We want to thank the MEC and the department to engage with other stakeholders to create preventative programs going forward.
Wind up.
In conclusion, while the Democratic Alliance recognizes the efforts made to accommodate new initiatives within a constrained budget, we remain concerned that the overall decrease may undermine the department's ability to deliver essential services and meet our environmental responsibilities. The Democratic Alliance urges the department to reconsider its allocation, especially in critical areas such as environmental protection, to ensure that our policies are not only reactive but proactive in safeguarding our natural resources and enhancing the lives of those in our agricultural and rural communities. Thank you.
Baie dankie. Kom ons probeer. Now we call upon Honourable Mashiane from Action SA. 3 minutes it's allocated.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Greetings to the ladies who got the memo that we are wearing black today. Agriculture is the backbone of Mpumalanga's economy. Not only does it provide food security, but it is also the livelihood for thousands of families in our province. Yet, despite its critical importance, our agriculture sector faces significant challenges that threaten its sustainability and the well-being of our communities. One of the most pressing issues is the handling of land claims. Over the years, land has been returned to many rightful owners, a step that is both just and necessary. However, too often this land has been handed over without the necessary training, support, or resources to make it productive. Land is more than just a property. It is a vital tool for economic empowerment. But without the skills and knowledge to farm effectively, many of those beneficiaries are struggling to turn their land into a source of income and sustenance. We cannot simply give land and walk away. We must ensure that those who receive the land are equipped with the tools to succeed. This means providing training in modern farming techniques, access to markets, and ongoing support to navigate the complexities of the agricultural industry. Only then can we unlock the true potential of land reform, transforming it from a political milestone into a genuine engine of economic growth. Small-scale farming is at the heart of our rural communities, yet these farmers often find themselves on the margins, battling to survive in an increasingly competitive environment. They face numerous challenges: inadequate infrastructure, lack of technical support, and limited access to funding. Deputy Speaker, there's a NAFU in the province, National African Farmers Union, which is a sector of the biggest and the oldest chamber of commerce.
1 minute remaining. You proceed.
Yes, they've signed a memorandum with a agricultural sector in Mozambique called FENAGRI, for importing and exporting agricultural products. We'll urge the department to support them so that that MOU can be workable. And they've also piloted a project in Komazi called One Stand, One Garden. They need support to take it to the whole province. To support small-scale farmers, we must create an enabling environment where they can thrive. This means investing in infrastructure such as irrigation systems and rural roads that make farming viable. It also means providing access to affordable credit and develop cooperatives that can help small-scale farmers pool resources, access larger markets, and reduce costs. By doing so, we can help these farmers move from subsistence to sustainability and from survival to success.
Your time is up.
There are so many cultures in the country, but there's only one culture that groups us all together,
It's
that
okay.
is agriculture. With that, we support your budget.
It's okay, Mama. It's okay. Thank you very much. Now I call upon Honorable Jay Sidang from the African National Congress. 8 minutes allocated. It is okay.
It can never be okay if women and children continue to be killed out there. Having said that, Honourable Speaker, receive my warm greetings. My warm greetings also to the members of the Mpumalanga Legislature, the members of the Executive Council. My warm greetings, and I humble myself before the chairperson of the House of Traditional Leadership in Mpumalanga, who is also the president of Contralesa, Ukhoshi Mkwena, distinguished guests, our community members present in the gallery. I am glad and standing here today ahead of the 9th of August, which is an important day on which women decided to engage in civil disobedience. This occasion stands as an epic that will remain a stencil on the metal sheet of unfolding generations. Civil disobedience is the refusal to abide by the order of the government that your conscience tells you it's just unjust. And it was based on the commitment to conscience. We salute the sacrifice they made, which has since paved the way for the emancipation of women. They made it possible for me and you to be here today. Honorable Deputy Speaker, my declaration and establishment of principle is that, and my Bible also says that, umhlaba ungowakho Jehovah, nokuqwala kwawo. This is further punctuated by what the Freedom Charter says, I quote, "The land shall be shared amongst those who work it." It goes further to say, "The people shall share the country's wealth," close quote. This implies that all people, regardless of color, ideological orientation, only have access to land, not ownership. In welcoming the budget presentation of the department, I want to place it on record that indeed, in 30 years of democracy and freedom, the department, through various interventions, has changed the lives of our people. We have moved from a fragmented approach to ensuring food security through a coordinated approach between households, Department of Agriculture, and the Department of Education, and its school nutrition programs and small businesses development. Through the operationalization of the Mpumalanga Fresh Produce Market, which was handed over to the department by the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport, we are going to see much improvement in the manner in which government will tackle poverty, unemployment, and inequality. The programs that the department is involved in are at the center of realizing the strategic priority of inclusive growth and job creation, as well as tackling the high cost of living, and while building a capacity of the state to respond to many challenges our people are facing out there. The localization of procurement to support small-scale farmers through well-established and managed agricultural hubs is going to pay the dividends, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Through the transfer of title deeds to emerging farmers, we are going to promote access to finance, self-development, and food security. This is also in line with the priorities of the African National Congress. Coordination of efforts across departments to support rural and small-scale farmers must be encouraged. We can differ ideological, But the bottom line is that all of us need food, and all that sustains human beings is from land. We would like to see women dominating the space. Black women continue to be the most vulnerable, and their vulnerability is compounded by structural lack of social mobility. Inclusive growth demands that we affirm the position of women and youth in the economy, and agriculture is the way to go. As we endeavor to work and conclude the medium-term development plan by October 2024, let us ensure that all that is needed to make a difference in the lives of our people become part in order to restore the trust account that is depleted as a result of the rising number of unemployment and poverty. The plans are supported, Honorable Deputy Speaker, by the Portfolio Committee to ensure that work of the department is unhindered. We know that we wish you could have more, Honorable MEC, but we strongly believe that you can go a long way with what you have appropriated. As President Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible, Honorable MEC, until it is done. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. We now call upon Honorable MEC to give some response.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, Deputy. Let me thank the honorable members who partake in the debate on the departmental vote budget policy. Let me start by thanking the Honorable Chairperson, Michael Sidibe. Indeed, he is the chairperson, for us, Honorable, for indicating that indeed the centrality of this sector, it is imperative to the lives and the economy of our province and to our black farmers. And indeed, as much as we would want to have more, but the MEC of Treasury is reminding me that you were the treasurer. This is what you appropriated. So considering the measures that you were talking about, this is what is there in the Treasury. Indeed, we must make what we have to work and ensure that we revive the Fortune Fort. Indeed, the Fortune Fort was the concept that was developed by our generation, and indeed it must be alive and it must continue to contribute to the lives of the people. And we thank you that indeed you did not deviate from the Portfolio Committee's view, not that you developed the MEC, the budget speech. The budget speech is of the department. Linda Sidibe so wina ngelinla ngobusi udevelop kwamanje usadlala oversight chair. Honorable Sikwakwa, we appreciate, Honorable Member, your support, and indeed that we are online in terms of the budget speech that we presented, and you also continue from other honorable members who indicated that agriculture is a key driver to the lives and in the current environment, in the current material condition, is a key driver to the economic. So the support that you said we must intensify, that it does happen to small-scale farmers. Indeed, it is the program of the MEC that will monitor that does happen. In our next budget speech, they will be seated in this chamber and acknowledged as well. as much as they are here, some of them, but there will be many and acknowledged. But thank you very much for your support to the budget, and indeed we appreciate that. We'll continue with our social transformation and making sure that our people are secured in terms of food. We don't struggle. Asibina lenkinga esinayo esikhala ngayo sithi ukudla kuyashota, and we'll monitor the implementation of phezu komkhono mhlali, because every household, as every person can be umhlali, so that we all fight hunger esikhuluma ngayo. Honorable Mdluli, hey, I struggled, Honorable Mdluli, to follow you, because you were almost touching every sector. I even asked if you did debate the debt, because I was not here. But it's fine. I think we'll be able to capture, because we're almost all here to our different departments. I really struggle to follow you. But there are issues that indeed you were relevant to. The issue that I said when I present the budget speech will also take them to the new Minister of Rural Development to continue where the last minister left, so that the issues that you said we must take them forward, indeed will be able to take forward. There are issues that members, and especially there are some members of the Portfolio Committee, when given an opportunity in the Portfolio Committee, we couldn't raise them. And today, Sibonislwele siyazikhuluma. Honorable Marshall, you were spot on, and will follow up to the issues that you raised. I wouldn't respond today when and why is the Premier not declaring the state of disaster. Today we are presenting the plans. However, at the right time, we'll be able to talk to that issue. With what we have, the last Honorable Sidel said we must go a long way with what we have. Indeed, it's a great concern that there's a budget cut, but we must utilize what we have. And as a department, we are willing and we are determined that we'll utilize what we have and make an impact to the lives of our people. But I know once you begin to talk to supporting the small scale farmers, to the commercial, there will be that reaction. But we are determined to transform, and we will not want after 5 years to say in 35 years we are still driving to transform this sector. We are determined to transform this sector so that everyone in South Africa enjoys to be a Mpumalanga citizen. In particular, the small-scale farmers enjoys to be in that field and contribute to the food security of people of Mpumalanga and economic development that the Premier spoke about, and job massification. But thank you very much to all the input that you have forwarded. It will assist. Honorable Mashiane, thank you very much. You are correct, ma'am. Vele sonke siyunayithwa yi-agriculture. Angithi masisuka la sonke sabe silandelana siyangale siyolungisa. So you are correct. We will follow up the issue of those people who were given land and left as they are. Ngoba indeed angeke sinikeze iland. Iland asawunikeza leader of government business. When you are given, you must make an impact. You must utilize it. Because he was fighting at some point about people who applied for mines and they are not using them. When we've got such an unemployment rate in the province and in the country. So, angeke ukuthi kunehang engaka in terms of percentage. Kube sinama land sayinikeza aba farm and sabayeka kanjalo. So follow up, we'll want you to give us details, more details, so that sibe spot on nas follow up. Indeed, I spoke about training them. We will assist them because they were given by the department the land. You spoke of two land that you know, of Nkomazi and of the other one did not indicate the place. Honorable Sidel, thank you very much for giving us the perspective on women, and as it is the Women's Month, and the perspective on land, and appreciating that in terms of the speech, more women and youth will be given an opportunity, and they must be supported throughout, so that in future they are also a testimony, like the guest was appreciated here. So, indeed, working together will go a long way, and working together will change the situation and environment in Mpumalanga. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. That concludes the debate. And now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt this report as tabled by Honorable Sidibe.
Agreed.
So agreed. Now, I will call upon the Secretary, shall read the third order of the day.
Order number 3, Policy and Budget Speech on Vote 11, Department of Agriculture, Sports and Recreation. Of Culture,
Yeah,
Sports and Recreation.
it's okay.
My apologies.
It's not a stupidity of the mind, but a slippering of the tongue, definitely. We are protected, Secretary. Proceed, MEC.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Sam Masango, Honorable Chief Whip and Deputy Chief Whip of the Majority Party, Honorable Premier of the Province in absentia, Mandla Ndlovu, the Leader of Government Business, Honorable S.K. Mashilo, colleagues together with whom I serve in the Executive Council, the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Culture, Sports and Recreation, Honorable Bosman Khobla in absentia, members of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, the Chairperson of the House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders, Ukhoshi Mukwena, and his entire executive, the Provincial Secretary of the African National Congress, Comrade Umuzi Chirwa, executive mayors, MMCs responsible for sports in the different municipalities, the acting DG of the provincial government, Umes Tenyoni, the Secretary to the Legislature and all heads of department, the Chairperson of TS Galaxy, Mr. Sugazi, the Chairperson of Kruger United FC, Mr. Bongani Wati, my special guest, Lindoguhle Mahlangu, Imbongi from Tembisileani Municipality, and most importantly, let me greet our guests and all the people who have attended this gathering today. Deputy Speaker, today I humble myself before yourself. And I also humble myself before this august house, and further subject myself to the people of Mpumalanga to assure them that the confidence that they have bestowed on this government led by the African National Congress is in fact not misplaced. The budget speech of the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation is delivered today, Deputy Speaker, on the 8th of August 2024, almost a week since the Premier of the province, Honorable Mandandlovu, delivered his speech on the opening of the 7th administration in the Mpumalanga legislature. The speech by the Honorable Premier set forth a clear program of action that this government will be pursuing and executing in the next 5 years. Our department regards the address by the Premier of the province as indeed a clarion call to action to all of us. More so, Honorable Deputy Speaker, to the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation on the direction that this province and the 7th administration will in fact be taking to ensure the radical transformation of society and the accelerated advance to the realization of a better life for all. To us, this speech, it is a call to move with accelerated radical speed in ensuring that we conform to the mandate of the department, that of building social cohesion and nation building. Yes, Honorable Deputy Speaker, as per the directives of the speech of the Honorable Premier, we will definitely move with speed. We will move with accelerated speed to ensure and promote the heritage and culture by ensuring that government invests in the cultural and creative industries, particularly in the film, music, arts, craft, books, and publishing. We will move with accelerated speed to advocate for the radical and qualitative transformation in sport and recreation and provide adequate sport and recreational facilities. We will move with speed, Deputy Speaker, to put measures in place to build social contracts which would help our people of South Africa onto a higher developmental trajectory as we build cohesive and equitable societies. We will move with speed to put measures in place to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor, the black and the white, women and men, urban and rural, city and country. We will move with speed to use the National Day celebration and platforms to promote and safeguard our constitutional values. We will move with speed to take a conscious and deliberate effort to undermine the manifestation of racism, of tribalism, of xenophobia, of sexism, and homophobia in sport. We will move with speed to guard, to foster, to advance, and promote active citizenship and social solidarity. However, Deputy Speaker, we are not so vile and unreasonable to believe that all the above commitments will be easy to achieve. We understand the concrete political and economic and social conditions under which we pursue the struggle to transform society and build a national democratic society. We know, Deputy Speaker, and understand, as one of the political philosophers had this to say one day, I quote, "Men make their own history, but they do not make it as they please. They do not make it under self-selected circumstances, but under circumstances existing already," close quote. None of us should underestimate the negative impact that apartheid colonialism has had on sport, and none of us should underestimate the stranglehold and the grip of apartheid colonialism in all the sectors of our life, including in sport, culture, and heritage. Because not only did apartheid colonialism plunder, pillage our raw materials, our land, our rivers, our forestry, and our gold. Not only did they seize Africa's mineral resources, our harbors, our diamond, our copper, our forest, to build their own economies. Not only did they repress, despoil, oppress, and force the African people into commercial slaves, but, Honorable Deputy Speaker, they also destroyed our culture. They also destroyed our heritage. They also destroyed our languages. They also created an inferiority complex amongst the African people and undermined our schooling system. They undermined our fundamental freedoms and the right of men to live freely from the shadow of fear, which cramp their dignity and make them to exist in servitude, poverty, degradation, and contempt. They were rapacious. They subserved the needs of the African people to their own demands. They circumscribed our human rights and liberties. They undermined and frustrated our social and cultural advancement. And, Honorable Deputy Speaker, they left us nothing but our resentment. It is therefore our conviction that no political democracy can survive and flourish if the mass of our people remain in poverty, without land and without tangible prospect of success. No political democracy can survive under conditions where neoliberalism enjoys a tight stranglehold and grip on the culture, the heritage, the sport, and the religion of the masses of the indigenous native people of the land. To us, as the Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation, we have a task to change these conditions. No matter the journey may be long, and the effort required to change it much greater, but we will continue, Honorable Deputy Speaker, to pursue the struggle for social cohesion and nation building, because this government have given us that mandate as the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation, that our mandate is that of building social cohesion and nation building. Our department, Honorable Deputy Speaker, has 3-line programs to drive the mandate of social and nation building in the province. These include programs such as cultural affairs, library and archives, as well as sport, and recreation. Let me therefore, Honorable Deputy Speaker, journey with you through these programs. I will start with cultural affairs. The purpose of cultural affairs is to promote cultural diversity, multi-faith, multilingualism, transformation of the heritage landscape, and in the process, ensure that the socio-economic development takes place in the province. In 2024-2025 financial year, the province will support the implementation of 3 signature cultural events in an effort to promote cultural diversity and integration while enhancing cultural tourism. These events are as follows: Metro FM Music Award, which was hosted in April for the 2nd consecutive year at the Mbombela Stadium. The Inibos National Festival, which was hosted in July at the various locations within the city of Mbombela. And I must say that I was honored to preside and open this Inibos for the first time in my life. The Mpumalanga Cultural Experience, which will be held from the 29th to the 8th December 2024 in the 3 districts of this province. The festival will comprise a variety of 10 pillars. These include the carnivals, the soul session, the kasi, the international, the choral music, the marathon, the traditional, the comedy, the film and gospel experience. Honorable Deputy Speaker, tomorrow is the 9th of August 2024, where we will be celebrating the Women's Day to acknowledge the role played by women in 1956 towards the attainment of democracy and celebrate 30 years of democracy towards women emancipation and development. The provincial event will be held at the Chief Albert Dutuli at the Feni Sport Ground. This is one of the 6 national days, commemorative days, which we plan to hold in 2024, and we will be holding it tomorrow. As already pronounced by the Honorable Premier, that planning and design have commenced for the establishment of a multipurpose arena in the Mbombela Stadium due to a strong need of an indoor facility that can host major events, conferences, indoor sporting activities, conventions, promoting social cohesion, and enhancing economic activity in our province. Our department will ensure that the implementation of the capital project is monitored and delivered on schedule. The total budget for the planning and design, the multipurpose arena for 2024-2025 financial year is 30 million. And we want to assure you, Honorable Speaker, that we will move with accelerated speed towards the construction of the arena. In 2024-2025 financial year, 13 cultural community structures will be supported in the province, namely Miss Mpumalanga by Lucanyo Girls Foundation, Creative Artists Workshop by Zoo Creative Organization, Gospel Music Award by Mpumalanga Gospel Awards, Cultural Festival by Peninsula Multicultural Foundation, Promotion and Restoration of Morals and Humanity by Moral Regeneration Movement, Cultural Exchange with King of Eswatini by Lintle Yamaswati, Cultural Exchange with Kingdom of KwaZulu-Natal by Sikrina Amakuku, Comedy Show by Top Ace, Entertainment, Artist Management Program by SIFSA, which is the Cultural Creatives Industries Federation of South Africa, Best of Mpumalanga Book Production by Hlanyela Group, Emakosini Film Production by Let There Be Light, 013 Summer Blaze Festival by the Jimes Foundation, and Gospel Festival Crossover by Rising Sun. This financial year, we intend to support 10 cultural community structures and strive to develop and promote arts and culture in the province. Madam Deputy Speaker, the promotion of multilingual development of our indigenous languages remain our top priority and also the top priority of the 7th administration. In 2023-2024 financial year, 2 anthologies of one and place indigenous languages, which is isiNdebele and isiSwati, were produced through a writing competitions. The books are entitled EPC Imbethe Isikhumba Semvu, and the other book is Likapo. In 2024-2025 financial year, the focus will be on the development of a terminology list in both indigenous languages, which is isiNdebele and isiSwati. Within the first 100 days of the 7th administration, we have launched an online website of isiNdebele cultural and indigenous collection of 1,000 concepts, inclusive of attire, which is imvunulo, utensils, which is amahojana, indigenous health herbs and related illness, which is imithi yesintu namalwelwe. These concepts, Honorable Deputy Speaker, includes indigenous music instruments, inililiso, zesikhethu, traditional dances, imigito yesikhethu, indigenous family, which is umdeni, paintings, which is imigwalo, indigenous agricultural terms, which is ezokulima, and cuisines, which is ukudla kwesintu. I was honored, Honorable Deputy Speaker, to go and open this website launch of isiNdebele languages. And it is when we opened this website that I was exposed to the talent of Lindokuhle Mahlangu, who is my special guest today. And I must indicate that Lindokuhle Mahlangu is from Tembisileani municipality. And as a department, we have taken a decision that we want to support this talent that we have seen. We want to nurture this talent that we have seen, and we want to incubate this talent that we have seen. Through your permission, Deputy Speaker, can I please request my special guest, Lindokuhle Mahlangu, to stand up?
Oh, okay. Thank you. She can't wait.
She couldn't wait.
That's
She
wonderful.
couldn't wait. I was still addressing the Deputy Speaker.
No, thank you. We appreciate.
The online platform, Deputy Speaker, will increase access to isiNdebele terminology that will benefit school children. It will increase language research and all those interested in learning isiNdebele culture and heritage. Our word of appreciation should go to the non-profit organization called Ithungelelwano leSindebele and their donor funder, which is the National Heritage Council, who made this launching of the website to be possible or to be a possibility. The department coordinated marketing platforms for creative industry products to create jobs through 17 arts and craft cooperatives supported in all local municipalities. The support of the 17 arts and craft cooperatives will continue in the 2024-2025 financial year. The department provides support to the Mpumalanga International Film Festival, which is running from the 2nd to the 10th of August 2024, which is dedicated to the nurturing and promoting the film industry in Mpumalanga. The festival provides a platform for filmmakers to showcase their work, engage in meaningful industry discussions, and participate in various educational and networking opportunities. I will be officially closing this film festival tomorrow afternoon. The film festival, which will run for 9 days, includes various programs that include film screening and wildlife pitching programs, focusing on wildlife storytelling and amongst others. The screening programs will roll out in the locations that cover the 3 districts in the province, such as Ilanga Mall Cinema, which is in Bombela, the Rich Cinema, which is Emalahleni, and the Secunda Cinema, which is in Govenempegi municipality. Deputy Speaker, South Africa is one of the 20 nation countries and the only African country that belong to the World Gold Planning Association. South Africa successfully hosted 3 World Gold Planning Championships in Pilgrim's Rest in Mpumalanga province. The latest edition was hosted in 2023 and recorded a huge success. In 2024, the Team South Africa will participate at the World Gold Penning Champions in Ziot-Hori, which is in the Czech Republic, from the 19th to the 24th of August 2024. The championship presents an opportunity to display South Africa's team's competitiveness and to make the country, particularly our province in Mpumalanga, marketed. The 2024 National Gold Planning Championship will be hosted on the 20th to the 23rd of September 2024. The main target market is learners, domestic and international visitors to the museum town of Pilgrim's Rest. We are aware, Deputy Speaker, of the challenges that our museum town face, and we expected that this tournament will continue to be a catalyst for tourism in Pilgrim's Rest and Mpumalanga in order to be a destination of choice by the visitors, local hawkers, and in fact, business people. Cheers. Transforming the geographical landscape remains a top priority of the department. In the 2023-2024 financial year, 12 standardized geographical name features were reviewed in all regions. Kangala region had the following features reviewed and some recorded as new registrations, namely Middelburg Hospital, named to King Nyabela Hospital, and I must indicate that we have met with the delegation that are pursuing that that hospital should in fact be called King Nyabela Hospital. In Ehlanzeni region, features reviewed and standardized includes Ngwenyameni River, Pejane River, Kuchwakop, Mvangatsini, Kumbula, Silechane, Chweni, Mbonisweni Mountain, Mkobanini. The third region, which is Hertzibande, reviewed and registered new features named Kaluka Village. In 2024-2025 financial year, the department will review 3 geographical names and features with a view of standardizing them while popularizing the existing names. The department will also unveil the new name of Middelburg Hospital, as I have indicated, that it will be called King Nyabela Hospital. This project seems to create public awareness on the name while transforming the geographic landscape of the province. In an effort to promote the output on the standardized geographic names and features, one of the priorities will be the correction of Mapoch, which is a name of a cave feature to Mbogoto Caves in Rosenekal. The department will continue on an endeavor to capacitate local geographical names committee, which is the LGNC, through local municipalities to ensure the registration of our geographic future to the South African geographic names system. This will be done in cooperation with the Provincial Geographic Names Committee. During my 100 days program, I have also visited the Hertzibande Sinatov, a monument depicting the names of our heroes and heroines of the liberation struggle. The department will assist both the local municipality, which is Msugalikwa municipality, and the Hertzibande district municipality to relocate this history to a site identified. We have made a commitment. Very soon we will meet with the district executive mayor and the local executive mayor to develop measures to move this program with accelerated speed. The South African liberation struggle stands out as one of the most significant events of the 20th century. The National Liberation Heritage Road is a complex combination of constitutive sites in different parts of the country, representing significant historic moments that characterize the different phases of the liberation struggle. As part of this program, the department conducted and completed 2 feasibility studies, the Lowfold massacre sites and the Soul Kize legacy sites are planned for development with the intention to celebrate and commemorate the contribution of the heroes and heroines of the liberation struggle in a befitting manner. In 2024-2025 financial year, the department will continue to collaborate with National Heritage Council in the implementation of this project. I therefore take you to program 3, which is library and archives. The department is creating empowering social environment so that the youth, women, and people living with disability from diverse backgrounds can access world-class learning facilities and technology. In 2024-2025 financial year, Deputy Speaker, the constructions of these three of the art facilities is planned to be completed. These include Kwamhlanga Public Library at Tembisileani Municipality that has reached practical completion stage, and it's expected to be handed over during the month of August. The other 2 libraries under construction, one is in Newton at the Steve Tshwete local municipality, and the other one at Tandukukanya at Mkondo local municipality, are at a final stage and will be accelerated for completion by the end of the second quarter of the 2024-2025 financial year. These facilities seek to provide communities and school children across to information and resources, supporting literacy and education, as well as promoting lifelong learning. In each financial year, the department has the financial capacity to provide maintenance to only 6 public libraries. In 2023-2024 financial year, the following libraries' maintenance were completed, which is Silindile Library, Groot Vlei Library, Pola Library, Funda Library, Msokwaba and Hlubugani Library. In 2024 financial year, public library maintenance will be continued in the following areas: Embalentle, Mkondo, Butleng, Redgale, White River, and Liroro. In addition, the library upgrade at Simile Public Library is planned for completion in the current financial year. The total budget for infrastructure project for 2024-2025 financial year is 36 million. In 2023-2024 financial year, the department, in its endeavor to increase access in underserved locations such as remote areas and farming settlement, had over 2 mobile library buses to the Nkangala district to be used for this purpose. And those buses have been handed already. In 2024-2025 financial year, 4 mobile library buses will be completed and delivered to Hertzibande and Ehlanzeni regions respectively. Already 2 of the 4 mobile library buses are completed and will be handed over within the next quarter in 2024-2025 financial year. And we request honorable members and members of the public that these buses, when they are delivered, they should be handled ngezandla zombili, sizibambise okwezikhali zamantungwa, because they are our pride, they are part of our economy. The department will continue with the construction of new libraries that are planned for completion in 2025-2026 financial year. These include public libraries in Mametlake under Dr. J.S. Moroka, Lowville under Nkomazi Municipality, and Wabaton under Msugalikwa Municipality. The support of 120 existing libraries with resources such as free internet, Wi-Fi, photocopier services, books, including electronic books, to increase access to information will continue in this financial year. The department will increase electronic library material to public libraries from 5,745 to 6,745 in order to empower learners and communities with knowledge. The department is currently servicing 120 libraries. In order for the libraries to remain relevant to the changing times, it will be prudent of the department to invest more on ICT as it has already started. The implementation of the Mpumalanga Library Management System in phases as at final stage. It intends to enable libraries to do cataloging, classification, book circulation, interlibrary loans, registration, management of administrators and patrons, as well as retrieving reports. Libraries have started with the online circulation of books. The system currently hosts more than 13,800 patrons. The province will support the host of the Oral History Conference on the 11th to the 13th September 2024 at the Chief Albert Lutuli local municipality. The event seeks to assist communities in retrieving neglected indigenous and community knowledge as a way of promoting social, economic, and cultural development. The event targets historians, researchers, students, and learners, youth, adults, and in fact, the general public. On our fourth program, which is the last program, Honorable Deputy Speaker, the purpose of sport and recreation program is to promote, develop, and enhance the sporting and recreation capabilities of the people of Mpumalanga. South Africa was given an opportunity to host the 2023 Netball World Cup in the Western Cape from the 28th July to the 6th August 2023. The key provincial focus was the roadmap on the trophy tour throughout the province, leading to the success of the 2023 Netball World Cup. The province will continue to benefit from the legacy brought about by the 2023 Netball World Cup through the utilization of double combo courts that were built and completed. These include Kwamhlanga, Emanzana, and GP Reef double combo courts. The two remaining legacy projects, Emanzana and GP Reef, will be handed over during the Women's Month program as part of the investment to the girl child. These facilities seek to encourage people of all races in the province to promote and participate in community sport. Deputy Speaker, on the 16th July 2024, we have already launched the two sport tournaments, the Mpumalanga Cycling Tour and Mpumalanga Sport Award. The Mpumalanga Cycling Tour, that is hosted in partnership with Mpumalanga Cycling Foundation, will begin tomorrow on the 9th to the 12th August 2024 on the Panorama Road. This event seeks to showcase cycling potential in Mpumalanga and South Africa while enhancing sport tourism. The tour target professional cyclists and upcoming cyclists. The second event, which is the Mpumalanga Sport Award, will be hosted on the 14th of September 2024 in the city of Mbombela at the Community Church in partnership with Supersport DSTV. This event intends to reward athletes who perform exceptionally well in sport and recreation. Lastly, it is envisaged that it will stimulate sport and recreation performance among athletes and teams. The award targets athletes, coaches, administrators, and technical officials. The province welcomed the hosting of the International Premier Cup International, the Mpumalanga Premier International Cup in its shows that played between the 21st July 2024 to the 27th July 2024 at the Mbombela Stadium. The tournament aimed to address the element of social cohesion, increase on local economic development, and sport tourism in our province, as it involved 3 African teams, which is TS Galaxy from Mpumalanga, South Africa, Mbabane Swallows from Eswatini, Yanga Sporting Club from Tanzania, and 1 international team, which is Germany FC. We want to thank the chairperson of TS Galaxy, Mr. Tim Sugazi, for the job well done for bringing the cup to Mpumalanga, and we commit that we will work with them towards ensuring that in the following years we make it more spectacular and more contributing to the economy of the province. I know the Honorable Deputy Speaker will allow me to request him to stand up so that he be recognized for the sterling work that he has done. Thank you very much. We are pleased to report to the House that we also have a team that have gained promotion to the Mitsipe Foundation National First Division Championship for 2024-2025 season, and we want to request all honorable members, and our department has also taken a decision that we will support Kruger United because they are now in the first national division. We want to see ourselves in the province having 2 teams in the National Soccer League. And Mr. Wati, Bongani Wati, it's amongst us. And he is the last one, Honorable Deputy Speaker, that I will request to be recognized if he is in the House. Bongani Wati. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In 2023-2024 financial year, international boxing tournament was hosted in Pakwente Hall, Steve Jwete local municipality. That was also broadcasted by the SAPC Sport. In 2024-2025 financial year, as part of the continued program to support host of high-profile games in the province. This year, the department will support the host of international rugby match between the Republic of South Africa and Argentina on the 28th September 2024 at the city of Mbombela Stadium. The match tickets are already sold, Deputy Speaker, as we strive to improve audience development, particularly to school children, promote sport tourism and social integrating, while it also enhances local economic development. As part of the development of sport, addressing elements of sport tourism, the province will support the coordination of Mkhonto horse racing scheduled for the 7th of September 2024 at the Mkondo local municipality. The race seeks to promote rural horse racing sport through imizamo yabagibeli horse riders, and it targets youth, tourists, horse owners, and in fact traditional leaders. In 2024-2025 financial year, we plan to increase the number of school, hubs and clubs provided with equipment or attire from 177 in the previous year to 315 in the current year. This program seeks to empower athletes to excel in sport. We welcome the National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture in partnership with the Department of Basic Education initiative to reconfigure sport programs in favor of the introduction of league system at the school level. In Mpumalanga, the program targets 8,000 learners who will be given opportunities at regional, district, tournament and participate to national tournaments. Deputy Speaker, the department continues to support the annual coordination of Kapsewu WOP 3-in-1 and Nashua Loskop Marathon. The Nashua Loskop Marathon is the fourth biggest in the country and attracts best athletes from the neighboring countries such as Swaziland, Lesotho, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, with more than 20 clubs participating in the race. The province prides itself with athletes from the province who are part of the team at Paris 2024 Olympics, who are Josh Brains, Mel Janste van Rensbeck, Benjamin Richardson, and Ashley Erasmus. On the category of Paralympics 2024 in Paris, as well as athletes from Komazi, which is the Paralympic Ukolen Mahlalela, which is also representing the province. We have met with Ukolen Mahlalela, and they have wished him well, and we look forward to welcoming all of them at the OR Tambo when they come back with gold medals. The implementation of the multi-year altitude training center bulk services stage 2, which is the potable water and waste treatment, it's in progress. In 2024-2025 financial year, this year the construction of the 7 megaliter reservoir is planned to be completed in order to move to other stages of the project. And I must mention that the contractor has promised us that the bulk services, especially the construction of the reservoir, will in fact be finalized by October this year. In 2024-2025 financial year, the department participated in the National Indigenous Games that were held in Durban with a provincial team of 200 participants who obtained position 4. Madam Speaker, the recreation and mass participation program will continue to be rolled out in 2024 with activities such as Indigenous Games, Big Walk, and Recreation Day. The program seeks to give all South Africans an opportunity to participate in recreational activities to improve their health and well-being. Deputy Speaker, the department will continue to implement all the cultural information services and sport in partnership with all relevant stakeholders. As I conclude, Deputy Speaker, let me extend my words of appreciation to the Honorable Premier, Honorable Mandandlovu, for entrusting me to lead the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation, which has an important mandate of social cohesion and uniting the people of Mpumalanga. How can I forget the Provincial Secretary of the African National Congress, Comrade Muzi Gibson Chirwa, for his unconditional support and guidance. Let me also thank the Portfolio Committee on Culture, Sport and Recreation under the steward leadership of Honorable Bosman Grobler for their support and oversight. My appreciation also goes to the head of Culture, Sport and Recreation, Mr. Godfrey Ntombela in absentia, today having Ms. Nkosi as acting HOD, as well as management and the entire staff for their continued support. Lastly, let me thank my family for their continued support. Honorable Speaker, allow me to table the budget for Vote 11 for the Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation, allocated according to the 4 programs for consideration by the House. Program 1, which is administration, has been allocated 101,039,000. Program 2, which is cultural affairs, is allocated 113,083,000 rand. Program 3, which is library and archives, is allocated 233,013,013,000 rand. Program 4, which is sports and recreation, is allocated 204,013,000 rand. And the total is 652,049,000 rand. We want to end with our conviction, Honorable Deputy Speaker, that these are the targets we have set ourselves. This is our conviction to reclaim our culture, to reclaim our heritage, to reclaim our dignity, to reclaim our history, and reclaim our pride as the native people of this province. That no matter how long the journey may be, that no matter how great and difficult is the effort is required to walk this journey, but our conviction is that the struggle continues and victory is certain. God bless South Africa. God bless the people of Mpumalanga, our beautiful province. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mulambo, for a well-crafted and delivered policy budget speech. I now shall call the Secretary, shall read the 4th order of the day.
Order number 4, consideration of a report of the Portfolio Committee on Culture, Sport and Recreation on Budget Vote 11, Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation.
I now call upon Member T.M. Groove Morgan to present the report.
Thank you, Chairperson. I rise on behalf of the Chairperson of the Oversight Committee on Culture, Sports and Recreation to table the report of the Oversight Committee on Culture, Sports and Recreation on the 2024-2025 Annual Performance Plan and Budget Vote 11. I can confirm that, Honorable Deputy Speaker, that the committee met with the department on the 25th of July 2024 to consider its budget and annual performance plan for the 2024-2025 financial year. I hereby ask the House to adopt the report as presented. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm informed that there is no debate on this report. So now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the report as tabled by Honorable Groove Morgan.
Agreed.
So agreed. Honourable members, that brings us to the end of the morning session. The proceedings of the House are suspended until this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Honourable members, let us all proceed and remain, let us all stand.
All rise.
And one and Katera.